Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, good. What did you do today? Yes, today,
Um,
what did you do?
Today I go to school.
Mhm.
Uh, to I go to school um to um, meeting in school at 2011 day.
Mm-hmm. You went to school today?
Yeah,
Okay, and you went home around what time?
is I went home at 11 o'clock a.m.
In the morning, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, and all right, can you tell me about the weather today in your place? How is it? It's
It's a little bit rain.
it's rainy. Oh, okay, I see. I thought it's sunny. So actually here in our place too, we're experiencing rain today. Okay. And are you done eating dinner?
No,
Why? Yes. Why is that?
I haven't eaten yet.
You haven't eaten dinner yet. Why? Because?
But
Mhm.
I study with you.
Ah, okay. Maybe after class, right?
Yeah,
Oh, all right. It's still early anyway. Okay, well, today we're going to continue to study your book. So, yeah, please wait. And I guess yesterday we talked about the wedding costumes, right?
yeah.
Okay. So we're going to continue that. So first off, first thing that we discussed was about the wedding kimonos. This one. This is the wedding kimonos here. Mhm. Next one is the throwing rice. Okay, so let's read throwing
In
rice.
some in some countries, the West throw rice at the bride
Mhm.
and groom after the wedding. In other countries, they throw flower petal.
Petals.
Petal.
Yes, okay. So it says there that in some countries, they will throw flower petals. This is what I have talked yesterday. Yeah, about throwing flower petals like this one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are flower petals. Like after the wedding, the bride and the groom will go outside the church and then they're going to be thrown by flower petals to the guest. Okay, but this one is another part of some countries. They will also throw rice at bride and groom after the wedding. Okay. Have you seen in your country that the bride and groom has you know the guests will throw rice to them? Have you seen it?
What?
Have you seen that some guests will throw rice to to the bride and groom?
Mm-hmm. wedding.
No, in your country you haven't.
Yeah,
Okay, how about throwing flower petals? Will they throw flower petals in your
yeah.
country after the wedding?
They throw
What will they throw? Mm-hmm. Yeah, after the wedding, what will they throw?
um
They throw a
they throw a wedding firework.
again
They throw a wedding firework.
wedding fireworks. Sorry, I didn't get it. Can you please repeat? What did you say? Yeah. So they will
Yeah.
not throw rice. Huh? I mean, in your country, what will they throw?
Mm,
Wedding fireworks. Oh, I guess it's not being thrown, but it will be shown, right? Will there will be a fireworks display after the wedding. Is that right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. It's a hand painting. Can you please read?
In some countries like India, the bride's family
Mm-hmm.
decorate her hand and feet with henna. Henna is made from the leaf of
Mm-hmm.
a plant. It is used to draw picture and pattern. Sometimes the name of the groom is written on the bride's hand.
Okay, so do you know what's a henna?
No.
Uh, Actually, it's like a painting. It's not temporary or it's not permanent. It's just a temporary tattoo. Yeah, so just like this one, they have this so-called hand painting. Okay, the hand
Yeah.
painting. So like this one in the picture, mm, it's actually in India. It happens in India that the bride's family will decorate her hands and feet. So it's not the groom, but the
What?
mhm, who will be painted with the in the hands and feet with the henna, the bride or the groom.
The bride.
Again,
The bride.
yeah. And also it's the bride's family who will paint it to her. Okay, and the henna is made from the leaves of a plant. So it is also used to draw pictures and some patterns. Okay, so sometimes the name of the groom is written on the bride's hand. So this is what they will do during the wedding. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Is the wedding Lee? Okay, what is it? Can you please read?
In Hawaii and other South Pacific islands, the bride and groom wore a necklace made of flower or leaf when they get married. It is called a lei. The groom wore lei made of leaf. The bride wore a lei made of white flower. The lei smelled very nice.
Okay, so what does it mean by this tradition? Can you tell me?
What?
What is this wedding about? What will they do?
They wore a necklace made of flower.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to
Going to
wear it on or all over their neck. Okay.
mm,
So usually it happens in Hawaii or other South Pacific islands. Okay.
mhm.
All right. Next, go to some quick questions. Okay. So, in which country do they decorate the bride's hands? Which country was it?
Mm, in India.
Correct. In India. What do people throw at the bride and groom in some countries?
Mm, mm, mm. I don't remember.
Okay, try to think. What do you think other people will throw to the bride and groom during the wedding?
I don't know.
Okay, it's actually the flower petals and some rice that will be thrown by the bride and groom. Okay, again, what do people throw at the bride and groom in some countries?
I don't.
Again,
I don't know.
oh, I have said it already. Oh, you're not listening. Again, they're going to throw some rice and some flower petals. Again, what will they throw?
Rice in flower petal.
Yes, okay. Next, what do the bride and groom wear in Japan? Okay, try to
Kimono.
remember. It's the,
Kimono.
yeah. Next, in Hawaii, what's the flower necklace called?
Mm, I don't remember.
It's the Lee, the L-E-I, Lee. That's the flower necklace code. Okay, now let's make use or let us discuss about um this part right here. So most people have a first name and a surname. So when you say surname, that is their family name. Okay, let's say for example, what is your family name or your surname? Yeah, what is your family name? For example, look at here, Anna Wilson. So Anna is her first name and her surname or family name is Wilson. Okay. What about you? What is your first name and surname?
My first name is Anne.
And your
And
surname?
my name is White.
Okay.
Ủa sao con này trên đây nhỉ?
You can write down your first name and surname and send it in the chat box. How do I pronounce your name and your surname?
Mm.
Okay. Oh, how do you say it? Can you tell me? Your first name first, and then your surname. Can you say it?
First name is Anne and my surname is White.
I see. Okay, so good. That is your that's how you're going to say your first and your surname. All right. And then when we talk to the teachers or the adults that we don't know well, we often use a title and their surname. Okay, for example, for a man, you say Mr. Okay, Mr. Okay, and for a married woman, you will say Mrs. Okay, Mrs. And for an unmarried woman or girl, you'll say Miss. Miss. For a woman, married or unmarried, you say Miss. Miss. Okay? Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you talk to your teacher? Do you give your teacher a title when you talk to them? Do you say Mrs. or Miss? How do you talk to your teacher? Do you say their names? Or do you say Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
You say Miss?
I don't know.
Again, when you talk to your teacher, how do you say, or how do you talk to your teacher? Do you say Mrs. or Miss?
Miss. Mrs.
Mhm. Okay, so that's an example on how you give title, and you can also tell their surname or their family name, so it would be complete. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is the Wilson family. Say the title and surname of each person. So let's say this is, how do we write? Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Exactly. And grandpa will be,
Miss.
again, grandpa. How do we call grandpa?
Mr.
Mr. Okay. Next, um, this little girl. This girl right here.
Miss.
It's Miss. Okay, and mom.
Miss.
Miss, are you sure?
Um, Mr. Miss. Mrs.
Yeah, it's Mrs. Mm, And dad would be
Mr.
correct. Okay, that is how you're going to title the person. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so in many countries, it is polite for children to use a title when they talk to an adult. Is this the same or different in your country? Is it the same?
Mm, the same.
It's the same, I see. Okay, because it's a way to talk to them in a polite manner. Okay, so don't just call them by their names or their surnames. You have to say the title. All right, so if it's a Miss, Mr., or Mrs. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So, anyway, let's just keep this part right here. All right, so let's talk about when I was young. So let's read and listen to the poem. What do you think it is about, and how old is the boy now? All right, so let's read first. The title is The End.
When I was I just
I had
began.
just,
I had just begun when I was two. I
I
nearly
was
knew.
nearly,
I was nearly new when I was three. I was hardly me.
Mhm.
When I was four, I was not much more. When I was five, I was just alive. But now I am sick. I'm as clever. So I think you'll be sick more now for ever and ever.
Yeah, okay. So we will answer the question above. What do you think it is about? What is the poem about? What
What
is it about? What's the reading about?
is about um a baby
Uh-huh.
a baby he was uh, unto sick
Again, sorry. The baby who
from one to six years old.
okay. So the boy now is 6 years old.
Yeah,
Okay, yes. So when he was young, when he was one, he said I had just begun. So it's the like the beginning of his age. Okay. When you were, let's say when you were 5, what did you do? What have you remember when you were 5? That
I don't know.
let's say when you were young, what did you remember? What's the most memorable thing that you remember when you were young? Like let's say during your birthday or the holidays, what did you do with your family? Were you happy that time? Did they give you some presents? Something like that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Did they give you some presents when you were young? Some gifts on your birthday? Yeah, you need to know.
I was young then, so I didn't know.
You haven't remembered any single thing when you were young? Let's say
No,
last year. How old were you last year?
uh, that year I was 11.
Oh, 11. Okay, when you were 11 years old, what did you remember?
And I, um,
Uh-huh. Okay. Anyway, that will serve as your homework. So we will just continue this in our next class since it's already time. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight and see you again. Bye bye.
bye.